Hey, Ross here with TrueCut CNC, and the next tool we're going to talk about in Rhino is the circle tool. So the circle tool is right here, and take this opportunity to show you how to pull that menu out. So anything that has an arrow on it has a sub menu under it. So if I hold down on that, it makes the sub menu fly out. Now I can click on the bar above it and go ahead and drag it out. So the first tool is the circle center radius. So I can click on the tool, and I have grid snap turned on, so I can place my center of my circle there and drag it out to wherever I want. Now each large, if you remember, we set up our grid so each small square is an eighth and each large one is 1 inch. So that's a 2-inch circle. Now you've got a lot of options up here. So if right now I'm set to diameter, so if I typed in 2, I'm going to get a 2-inch diameter, just like that. If I change that to radius and I type in 2, I'm going to get a 4-inch diameter or a 2-inch radius. If I type in circumference, it allows me to type the circumference of a circle. So say 10, that's 10 inches. In other words, 10 inches around that way. Typically we work with diameter. So we'll delete that, hit the circle again, and go to center, change that back to diameter, 2, and there's our circle. Now, one thing with all these tools is to repeat the last command, you can always just right click. Okay, so we'll walk through it here. So I'm going to click on the circle, I left click, I drag it out, I left click again, that ends the command. Now to repeat that command, I can just right click the mouse, left click to start, left click to end, right click to repeat, left click to start, left click to end. Real quick way of making objects. So the next circle is going to be the 2-point circle. So this one you would mark the left side and drag it out to the right side. And just like any tool, you can always enter a dimension at the top. This one is a circle around 3 points, and this one is useful if let's say you make something with the tracing wizard on the machine, and you end up with a large hole that has and you've marked 3 points around that large hole similar to that. Okay, what I can do is select this circle 3 points. Now I just select those 3 points, turn on my point snap, and I have a circle through those 3 points. The next one is a circle around a curve, and that's more of a 3D. I'll show you what it is, but it's more of a 3D tool. So if I select circle around curve, it looks like it's drawing a line, and what it's actually doing is drawing a circle around that curve. If I switch to my 3D view, you can kind of see what it's doing there. There's the circle and there's the curve. So that's more of a 3D kind of tool. Circle, tangent, radius, that's not something we use a whole lot. Tangent to 3 curves. What that is if you had let's say that you had something like this. Tangent to 3 curves, you would go there, there, and there. Makes it tangent to those 3 curves. And the last one we'll talk about is this one, the deformable circle. So a deformable circle is just like a regular circle, it just puts more control points in, so you can deform it. So you notice if I turn on control points over here, look at all those control points I have, and I can deform that circle. Pretty much any way I want. Good way to make odd shapes. So that's pretty much it for circles, and the next tool we'll talk about is ovals.